Well, it all starts with summer training. Once the team goes back home for the summer, they have a lot of hard work to do over the summer just to get themselves in shape for the long cross-country season, switching from track mode into cross-country. So it all started in June. They all put in their hard work. They came in August ready to go. And then we kind of went through the strength part of our schedule in September. We put in a lot of hill work, a lot of long distance. And then as we got into October, we started getting into some more sharpening, some faster things, interval type work. But we've been doing a lot of physical things to prepare for this time. And so right now, we should be getting pretty sharp. Body should be feeling fresh. So we've built a lot of speed on top of the strength that we got in the summertime and the early fall. And now we should be ready to go for this weekend. Tommy's been great for us. He really stepped up and filled a spot that was left by Dylan Bernard, who graduated last year's four-time All-NEC guy. And so we didn't have anybody returning that had been all-conference. And so that kind of motivates people that are trying to fight to be that number one on the team, number two on the team to try to get all-conference. And Tommy was 45th as a freshman last year. And then, as you mentioned, he was able to establish himself as one of the best in the conference at the pre-NEC meet. There's a lot of other guys vying for that spot. There's probably 6 or 7 guys that have a legitimate chance of winning that race, and Tommy's one of them. He's got a very good background. He put in a ton of work in the summer. He's strong. He's also got a miler's background, so he's got some good speed. So I'm very confident that when it comes down to the last mile, if he's in the mix, that he's going to have a very good shot to pull out a victory. So he's been doing a great job. I'm excited to see what he can do. Well, Megan was a two-time All-NEC performer her freshman and sophomore years, and then last year she kind of struggled a little bit. And then we kind of switched events for her. She has been more of a miler and 3,000-meter runner, and then we switched to the steeplechase last spring. And I think it kind of lit a fire under her. Really got her focused on a brand new event, something that was a little bit different from what she had done before, and she started to see some improvement and just kind of made it a little bit more fun again. And so I think that kind of fired her up to come in her senior year and try to get back into the all-conference top 14. Yeah, one of the nice things about the NEC is that it does change up every year to where the course is going to be. And with that, you get a lot of different styles of courses. Last year we had a ton of snow in late October up at Homedale on a very, very hilly course. But Bryant is about a 1.25 mile loop that just gets repeated. For the women, they do it about 2.5 times. The men do it about 4 times. And with that, it makes it a lot easier for a coach to get around and yell at his athletes to be able to see what's going on, see how the race unfolds, as opposed to them just going off on a big loop course and they kind of disappear for 10 and 15 minutes at a time. So for myself, it's going to be very exciting to see how the race unfolds. It's a relatively flat course. There's not a whole lot of hills. We are very strong on the hills, but I'm excited to see what we can do on a fast, flat course like we just did at Delaware, where we had 12 of our 14 athletes set all-time personal bests. So they're ready to go, and so I think a flat, fast course favors a lot of people, but I think it favors us very well also. We've had 2 pretty strong freshmen, one on either side, one for the men, one for the women. Chris Jewell really stepped in out of Virginia, adjusting to the 8K distance. He's done a great job for us this year. He's been a consistent number 3 for us. Unfortunately, he kind of came down with a little knee injury, so we're going to kind of see how he's doing come Saturday. But he's been really stepping up and filling a void for us and kind of bridging the gap between our 1-2 and then our 4, 5, and 6 runners. On the women's side, we have Madeline Rico, and she's done an excellent job, especially adjusting to the 6K distance that we've been running a couple times this year. But she's the lone freshman on the women's team, and she's been a really consistent number 4 runner for us. And she's been really close to breaking 20 minutes, and I know she's going to be able to do that this weekend. So 2 freshmen to step in, be in the top 5, it really shows a lot for them to be able to adjust to college life, but also adjust to the training and all the other differences going on in their lives. They've done a great job so far. Place-wise, I'd really like to see both teams in the top 5. Both teams have the ability to do so. Last year, the men were 3rd, which is a great showing. We lost a few runners from that team, but I know there's a couple guys that have been stepping up, so I'd love to see a top 5 finish from them. And same with the women. It's been kind of a constant goal for us for the past couple years, and they've gotten 7th and 8th here and there. But I think they're ready to break through. We got a strong group of men and women that I think they can achieve top 5, which would be excellent to see. In order to be successful, we're going to have to put a couple people all conference, both men and women. Our number 1 for our men is going to have to finish pretty high up. I'm expecting right around the top 5 finish from our number 1 guy. Our number 2 and 3 are going to be key. Our numbers 2 and 3 definitely have a shot at getting all conference, which is top 14. If we can get 2 or 3 within the top 15 runners, that's going to set us up very well. And that's a matter of our 4 and 5 runners coming through for us being under the 30 to 35 place range. For the women, I've got 3 top runners that all have a chance at all conference. If they can get in anywhere between 10th and 15th, that would really set us up. I think our 4 and 5 runners for the women can be inside of the top 30. So if we can have our whole 5 inside of the top 30, I think it's going to go a long way to achieve our goal of top 5 as a team.